Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I am going to be going over my summer TBR. I'm not someone that's really good at sticking to their TBR, but these are books that I really want to read, and I am in nursing school, so I don't have a lot of time to read in the year, so I really want to read these. I'm going to force myself to stick to a TBR this summer and actually read these books, and I'm very excited because there's a lot of good ones, like these ones right here. But let's get into the video. So first, I'm gonna start with the series that I want to read. I have two different series I want to read. I want to read Throne of Glass, but it's so daunting. Look at how many, it's so daunting, there's so many pages. But I've heard it's really good. I've also heard the last couple books do get spicy. I will be using in my book club eras on Instagram's no spice guide for it, so that I can read these books because I really want to read them. It just seems like so iconic to have read these, and I have been reading for forever and I've never read them, so I want to read them finally. But look at how thick these are. This book, the last book, 984 pages. The thing is, like, I know I'm gonna love this series, so it's like, why am I putting it off? If I know I'm gonna love it, just read it, Clara. Stop forcing yourself not to, or saying, no, it's too long. Dude, you're gonna love it and you're gonna fly through it. I don't even know what the series is about. I've probably seen so many spoilers about it, but none of it makes sense to me. I have no clue fully what it's about, but I'm very excited to dive into it this summer because I think I will love it. So that's the first series I want to read. The second series I want to read is a series I have read a lot. It's one of the first series that got me into reading in general. I've probably read it 7 or 8 times because little old Clara, she obsessed. I liked something. I'm a classic rewatcher of my favorite movies, my favorite shows. I reread my favorite books. I just love it. It feels like home. A little comfort. But the series is Divergent. There is a new book of these coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. I think it's like September, October. And it is like a fan fiction about these books if Tris had not chosen Dauntless. And I want to reread these books and get acquainted with the characters again, and the storyline again, and the world again before I read the new book that comes out. And I've wanted to go back through and read these books again and annotate them. So I'm gonna do that. These are not the copies that I read a long time ago. I have the 10th anniversary editions, and they're cute. They've got little scenes from each book on the cover, which I think is so cute and fun. All I fully remember about reading these books is the feeling of despair that Allegiant gave me. I'll leave it at that. Because if you haven't read the books, you've probably already seen spoilers, but read the books, they're really good, from what I can remember. And then this is 4. I'm obsessed, and I can't wait to read those again this summer and annotate them. So those are the 2 series I want to read this summer, and I think I can do it. Totally. I'm being so ambitious with how many books I want to read this summer, but it's okay, because once I get into reading and I'm not in a slump, I will read 3 books a week. I obsess, and it gets me off my phone, so that's a win. Next, I'm going to show you the non-fiction books I want to read. And to start that off, I have A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. This is about a guy, he was in a concentration camp. I think he later became, what is it? I feel like he later became a therapist or something like that. My mom and dad want me to read it. We're doing this thing. Every quarter they're giving us a book to read, and if we read it, then they'll buy us the book that we want. So I'm gonna read it for that reason, but I also think I'll really enjoy it because I love Holocaust stories and things like that. And it says it has over 18 million copies sold, so it has to be a pretty good book, right? So I'm excited for that, and it's short. I could definitely read this summer. The next nonfiction book I want to read is Greenlight by Matthew McConaughey. I've heard amazing things about this. I think it's like a biography sort of thing, I don't know, but I've got kind of through it a little bit, and it's like fun. There's pictures, there's different colors, there's like all these things. I think that would be so fun to read. Also, the feeling of the cover of this book, I'm obsessed. I'm very excited to read this. I love Matthew McConaughey. Very excited. And then the last nonfiction book I want to read this summer is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jenette McCurdy. I know Jenette McCurdy from iCarly, which I've never seen because I was never allowed to watch it. I heard that this is becoming a movie or like a show on Apple with Jennifer Aniston as her mom, and that sounds really interesting. I've heard amazing things about this. I think it's like her biography or something. I read Britney Spears' biography a little bit back. It wasn't the best written, but I was obsessed with hearing about other people's stories. So I want to read this one and hear about hers. So I got this for that reason, and I think I will enjoy it. And so I'm going to try to read it this summer. Clock it. Alright, now we're going to move on to the fiction books that I want to read this summer. Starting off, I want to read Fearful by Lauren Roberts. This series is getting so much flack right now. It like played Red Queen or something. People think she used AI to write it. I don't support plagiarism, but it's still one of my favorite series, and I'm not gonna like say that it's not. I have special editions of the book. I love it, and so I want to read the last book in this series. I've heard that it's terrible. I've heard that it sucks. I don't even like Kit. I just want to finish the series. So I finally want to read this. Yeah, read this and finish the series. Next book I want to read, Butter's staring at me now, is a thick one, very thick, but I think I will love it. Do I know anything about it? No, but I've heard amazing things about it on Bookstagram, and it is The Will of the Many by James Islington. I know it's kind of a dystopian thing. I think there's like in a school or something, boarding school kind of. Watch me be telling you the most wrong things about this book, but I've heard amazing things about this, and I really want to read it, but the thing that has kept me from reading it for so long is how thick this book is. It is, how many pages? Now we're, okay. It is 692 pages, and that has scared me from reading this book. But if I know that I'm gonna love a book and I'm not reading it because it's so thick, like, it's stupid. Like, I know I'm gonna love this, and I'm gonna love it even more because it's so long, because I'll get so attached to the characters and spend so much time with them. So it's like, lazy is what it's coming down to. I'm just lazy. Yes. Okay. Next book I want to read is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book. My cousin who read it said that it sucked. I hear amazing things about it on Bookstagram, and I just want to read it. I want to try it. I never was allowed to watch Alice in Wonderland growing up, and I know this is like a retelling Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts. I don't know, I want to know more about that story, and I think it'll be really interesting to read. I've heard that there's like a character named Jess in it, who apparently is really good, so my interest is piqued. So this is on my TBR, and it's a nice little fantasy standalone that I want to read, because I have a good amount of fantasy that I want to read, but not standalone. So this is nice to have like a little standalone action. And then lastly, I have 3 Katherine Center books that I want to read, all from Book of the Month. I did not realize that I have so many books from her the month that I have not read. I feel bad. But she is a romance author, and she writes, I believe, No Spice. I've read The Bodyguard by her and I liked it. 3 books by her that I have the Rom-Commers, cute. I have Hello Stranger, and then I have The Shippers. And The Shippers is the one that I'm most excited to read because I have been wanting to go on a cruise forever. I've never been on a cruise. And this one is set on a cruise, so I really want to read it, and I think I will really enjoy it because it's summer and it's a cruise. I need no more. I think I'll probably read that one first because I'm really excited for it. You want to come up here? Come on. Hi. You want to sit? Say hi. You're a good boy. Can you say hi to the camera? Lay down. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I know that Hello Stranger is about a girl and she gets like blindness, like can't recognize faces or something. That sounds interesting. And then I think the Rom-Commers, what is this one about? I think it's about like something. I don't know. I've heard great things about all these books, and I've just never read them. Oh my gosh, the like books right next to me almost just fell over. And I don't want my books to get damaged. I don't want my sister's books to get damaged. All of the Throw in a Glass books besides the first one is hers. It'll kill me if I destroy them or bend them or anything. But yeah. Other books that I want to read this summer. Comment books that you guys want to read this summer, that what's on your TBR. My TBR is always growing and I love more recommendations. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys sometime soon. Don't forget to like, comment, all the things. I have an Instagram I'm super active on if you guys want to go follow me there. And I'll see you guys somewhere else on the internet. Bye!